Let's see if the audio is working right now. Testing on the audio. Let me know if the audio is good. If you have a chance to hit the like button, please do so. It does help out with, growth and, just being here overall. I appreciate you guys. So hit the like button. It does help out. Let me just make sure everything's good with Twitch and Kick. It looks like everything's good with Kick. In Twitch, we have 2 people that are over there, so I appreciate you. Blue Collar Crypto, thank you for being here. I appreciate you as well for being over on Kick. Let's see. Sound, everything's good. Welcome back, sir. Well, thank you for welcoming me back to the world of the internet, right? Let's see. Everybody hit the like button for Matt on your way in. Thank you, Kristen, for saying that. Audio is working, or audio is working. Yes, that's what you meant to say. Audio is good. Yep, sounds good. Sounds great. Okay, perfect. Thank you for letting me know. Juan, Alan, Yerma, Swamp Donkey, Crypto, just everybody. I appreciate it. But yeah, are we going to see the bull market come anytime soon? I know a lot of people are very, very impatient as to if the bull market will happen and when it will happen. And there may be situations where, it could be months that it takes for it to happen, or it could be years, honestly, as some people predict. But it really all depends on adoption of crypto. Like, share, and subscribe. Yes, all 3 of those. It's not coming soon. Years. Yeah, that honestly hurts thinking that it could be years. Thinking that it could be not only surpass 2024. Like that's what's going to be crazy. Like if we get into where the Bitcoin halving happens and we're not seeing any type of impact until 6 months later or a year later, that will suck. But honestly, we can't predict exactly how the rest of the market's going to function. We can't predict exactly where adoption will, not necessarily hit its highest, but at least start to take shape, right? Where we see a ton of adoption from institutions, from firms, hedge funds, just everybody that has a lot of money. That's what we're hoping for, but we don't know when that will happen, right? So it's so unpredictable, very, very unpredictable. But we're here to continue to talk about the positions that have so much upside whenever that bull market does happen. And that's why we talk about things like CRO or Jasmy coin, or even things like Ethereum and BNB, right? Leotis, how are you doing this morning? Good morning to you as well. If you guys want to view over on Twitch or on Kick, feel free to do so. Oh, you know what? Someone sent bits yesterday. I didn't see it because 300 bits will get you talk to text. Or $1 on YouTube will get you talk to text as well. I've been waiting for almost 3 years now. 3 years? I mean, it's been about a year and a half that we've been seeing this, bearish market. If you've been waiting 3 years, that means you were waiting through the bull market that we did have. But maybe you were waiting for it to come back up again, or to come back down and then come back up. I don't know. 2026 to 2027 it will happen, that's a long time from now. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but honestly, nobody 100% knows. If it happens in 2024, nobody's going to attack anybody for being wrong and saying that it was 2025 or 2026. If it happens in 2023, at the end of 2023, nobody's going to attack anybody for saying it was 2024. Or, you know, if it happens in 2026, nobody's going to attack people that said it was going to happen earlier, because honestly, we don't know when the adoption will happen. We see all these different things, all of these new, you know, not cryptocurrencies, but all of these new things that are happening, all of this new news for things like XRP, things like Shiba Inu and Shibarium and Bone, and seeing Litecoin halving and the Bitcoin halving and Ethereum merge and all of these other things that create positive news have zero impact to the market. That's not something we like to see at all. And, you know, it's all about when the adoption will come, because we know that these things are significant. But if we don't see the big money flow into the market for a longer period of time, then that's where we're just not going to see. We're not ready for that bull market yet, right? I think the bull market will happen if BlackRock Bitcoin spot ETF gets approved. Yes and no, right? I feel like that's a big form of adoption within crypto, but you also need to see that next level to where there are a ton of you know, institutions that are involved with that and continue to add on to that, right? Because I feel like you need more than just you know, the spot ETF to be approved. You also need to see more and more adoption, not only from the biggest financial institutions that you could see, but also, you know, smaller ones and big businesses and all of that stuff, right? You need to see everything, you know, really adopt crypto in the form of being able to pay with crypto, in the form of being able to invest with crypto. You want to see all of that stuff, and then you'll see things absolutely skyrocket. Now that will happen. It just depends on when, right? Club Crow, shout out to Matthew Perry. Thank you for saying that. I'm a big fan of CRO. Hi Matt, are you still optimistic for Lunc and Shib in the future? I'm very optimistic for both of them. I probably believe in a use or a community behind Lunc a little bit more than Shib. I definitely would say that Shib has it more together because the community doesn't have any type of decisions to make. But for Terra Luna Classic, I think you have more potential use cases, more potential changes that you can make for Terra Luna Classic. The problem is that you have so many hands in the pot for making decisions. So I'm optimistic for both of them, but I can tell you I have my doubts for both of them as well. I'm not going to sugarcoat everything. What do you think about the Pepe situation? I'm trying to think of what the Pepe situation was. I did do research on what happened with Pepe, where there was, like, I guess, people that were in leadership roles or decision-making roles that may have sold out a decent amount of Pepe, put it to exchanges and sold out a lot of it. It doesn't necessarily mean it was a rug pull or that you know, Pepe is going to collapse at this point. I feel like the community has a strong hold on Pepe as, you know, a meme coin, but you do have bigger players in the game, right? You're always going to have bigger whales. And then if you have people that are kind of in charge, or not really in charge, but at least, I don't know, bigger holders, decision makers, maybe. I don't really know exactly who they are or what they are or whatever. But if you have those people that can sell a decent amount, I mean, you will have them, especially in a down market, right? They see where their position is. Maybe it's worth, you know, hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars, and they want to take that. I mean, it's understandable. Obviously, we don't want everything to be taken. And if that was the case where everything is taken and sold and sent to exchanges so that you can sell off everything, that wouldn't be a good situation. I wouldn't be happy about that. But that's all that I know about Pepe. But again, it's not a crazy amount of information. I did maybe a little bit of research. I was going to do a video yesterday, but then I got caught up with an XRP video that actually didn't really perform that well. But, still wanted to get that information out. Good morning, Matt. Do you think Bone can... Wait. Oh, yeah. Right there. Good morning, Matt. Do you think Bone can get higher than BNB or get as high as Leash all time? Do I think Bone can? I think anything can get to a certain level. It's just whether I think that it will, right? No, I don't think that it will. If you're talking about prices, no. If you're talking about market cap too, I still don't think that that's a thing. Bone for me had a limit of like at max a $10 billion market cap, which is high, right? And that was where I thought it could have been if we saw everything play out the right way with Shibarium. It led to the more of a bullish run for dog coins and the Shiba Inu ecosystem. And then we would have seen it push up, but I'll have to say no. I don't think that that's the case. I think people will be able to make a decent amount from it. Probably it should have gotten to multiple billions, showing how big of a use case it does have with Shibarium, but it also depends how popular Shibarium actually is. If there's a reason why people are using Shibarium, and right now, there's a bunch that's being staked, but we'll have to see what the impact actually is. But no, I don't think it can get higher than BNB. If anything was to get higher than BNB market cap wise, obviously we're looking at XRP. We're looking at other things like, ADA and, possibly like Solana, or even, I lost my train of thought, CRO. It won't happen while bonds are inverted, liquidity drying up too much. Bull market is canceled. I don't know if it's canceled. That's a good title, honestly. They'll go after if they'll go after little $30 million projects, there's no limit to who they'll target. The SEC is going after NFT collections now as securities. It makes me feel insecure. They just try and attack everything related to crypto to shut down all types of use cases, all types of beliefs, all types of, I guess that's going to, you're going to look at CRO or look at crypto.com and look at their whole NFT platform, and you're going to go, okay, are we going to have an issue here, or are they just going after like businesses that are offering NFTs? Because that would be AMC that has offered NFTs. Devs dump massive tokens. Like I said, I have heard that. Dope shirt. Thank you for saying it's just a Nike sportswear shirt, but thanks. Lots of those tokens were allocated for development. They did the community dirty. Yeah, so like I said, I haven't done a crazy amount of research into that. I haven't done a crazy amount of research into the Pepe situation, but that is messed up. To have a decent amount or a lot that's sold that was meant for development, it looks like it's creating some more and more negativity as we see. The day is kind of flat. We're seeing Pepe is down about 7%. and it's down to a $323 million market cap, kind of the lowest points that it's been to in quite some time, since, you know, it was at about $100 million market cap where I first saw it and first did those reviews. But again, a down market will show you all of the bad characters in a project. You'll see consistent down market that a lot of people will. Sorry, my nose is like getting stuffed for some reason. You'll see a consistent down market where a lot of people or a lot of projects, you'll be able to see who's a bad character, who's a bad actor, and who's just going to sell everything and doesn't care about the community. They claim they care about the community. They claim they care about investors. But then when worse comes to worse, it's just like, I care about my money type of thing. And it's sort of understandable, but not understandable. Like either you show your cards right from the start, and you don't hide transparency. Like I don't understand why people do that. They hide behind transparency of who they really are. I don't know. I'm very hungry today, and all I hear is my stomach just growling. I don't know why it is. Super hungry this morning. This is one of the hardest mornings for intermittent fasting that I've had. It's like it as soon as I got up, I was absolutely starving. I mean, I didn't eat a lot of calories yesterday. That's probably why. So it's like I barely ate anything for an entire day. So the more water I drink, the better it feels, because I just fill my stomach with water. Lots of those tokens were okay. How do you feel about FET and then the partnership with Bosch? I don't know. I haven't looked into it. And what are you talking about? Is this this isn't Fetch.ai, is it? So as an investment, right? I haven't, like I said, I haven't looked into partnerships or anything like that. So I would have to take some time to look into that in order to understand what's even going on here, because it's just like you just have information here, or you just have a statement and it's giving you all of this, but you have to look into so much in order to figure out what the partnership is even about. But if I was talking about just the investment, I've been okay with the Fetch.ai investment, right? Because I saw some potential opportunity within the position. Currently sitting at $167 million market cap, or about a 14.8 million volume day in the last day. See 31% decrease in the volume. We're also seeing the supply that's at a decent point, seeing it at 1 point, or total supply at 1.1 billion. So you have a lot of room to grow. And again, 167 million. We've seen this at a high point, right, of about $1, right? It went to 95 cents, did resist away from there. So currently you're looking at a level of where you could see a 5x return. So that's kind of what I would look at. I'm not necessarily, I don't really know how the partnership will play into all of this, because either way, a partnership will not absolutely skyrocket. It depends what that partnership is, but partnership will not absolutely skyrocket the crypto market overall. So we need to see the crypto market move before we can see Fetch.ai get to certain levels that it once was at. Seeing it at close to, 700 million, almost $1 billion market cap, could be worth a hell of a lot more, being an AI project. And, yeah, that's all I'll put to it. I really don't have a ton for it, because again, I would have to look into it a little bit more, but my stomach doesn't have the patience to, I'm literally so focused on, my stomach, but I don't want to eat. So Shib team is launching wrapped bone. Why can't they use a bone? Why can't they use bone? What do you mean? It's not that they can't use bone. I mean, they're still using bone. And I have not, like I said, I haven't heard of this. And I don't see anything on it. Yeah, I don't see anything on that. Wrapped bone. Introduction of wrapped bone. This new token is a wrapped version of Bone Shiba Swap, which serves as Shibarium's official gas token. Sama assured the Shibarium community via their official Telegram channel that the development of wrapped bone is progressing smoothly. Ship to launch wrapped bone team reveals upcoming. Okay, let's go into this crypto news. Following the successful relaunch of Shibarium, Shiba Inu lead developer Satoshi Kusama has provided an update on the next significant steps for the L2 blockchain, according to a screenshot shared by Shiba Inu's marketing team member Lucy. Kusama revealed that the development team will soon launch the official wrapped bone token. It bears mentioning that wrapped bone is the wrapped version of Bone Shiba Swap, the official gas token of Shibarium. Kusama assured members at the official Shibarium Telegram group that there is no problem with wrapped bone development. He has made this known a few hours after Crypto Basic reported that Shiba Inu enthusiasts had delegated 19.8 million bone tokens. Smart contract verification this week. Shiba Swap will move to Shibarium soon. It's not really giving me anything more than that. So honestly, I don't think that they can't use bone. I think it's just a a wrapped version of it, and it still holds the same price, just like you would see with Ethereum or any other, right? So Matt and channel members, hope everybody is doing great. I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. I mean, I can complain a little bit. I just bought some more Elmo to answer their raffle. Well, that's good. I haven't seen what's going on with Elmo. I saw some tweets from them recently, but I wanted to put out a video. Actually, let me go to Twitter. I wanted to put out a video on Elmo, but I didn't put out a video yet because I'm still trying to kind of gather my thoughts on the overall situation, and I never want to, just come out and just say a bunch of things without backing it up with like maybe an understanding a positive side as well as a negative side of everything there. So I eventually will make a video with Elmo, but I haven't seen what they've done lately. All right, guys and gals, Uncle Elmo is back for another chance to win some juicy steak. This time, 3 winners will win 100,000 Elmo each, worth $630 at the moment of this posting. Can be worth $50,000 one day. Nobody knows. It's true. It could be. Uh, I'm getting the dry powder ready. I feel like there's a market drop every fall. Oh, you feel like there's like it's gonna drop even more. I mean, I I feel like where we are, we're still in that. It's kind of tricky, right? We should have seen a way higher low, right? We see a lower low. If we look at Bitcoin, and I'm gonna bring Bitcoin up. Um, and we look at all history, we should have seen a way higher low. And right now, technically, we still are seeing that. So we saw $15,000, and we could see this drop down to about 20, right? If we are going to see a drop, create a higher low, and then find its way to create that channel on the way up, a healthy channel, which is really really good, but. It probably should have been a little bit more aggressive of a push with all of the things that we had in place. If it wasn't for everything going on with the SEC, everything going on in the world today, inflation, interest rates, all of those different things that kind of affect institutional investments, institutional money. Um, and if we didn't see all of those things affect that with every bit of good news that we had, we would have skyrocketed by now. But we're kind of waiting on the markets to recover, the businesses to recover, the institutions to recover their investment funds, I would say, because they're looking to invest into projects. They're looking to invest into businesses and take on some of that risk, but not in a massive like down market, if that makes sense. So um, hopefully you're wrong, and I hope we see the end of the year pick up, and we see everything completely run before we hit 2024, and then we see it continue or add on to that as we're in 2024, leading up to the Bitcoin halving. That's the term I was looking for. I'm gonna skip some things because I feel like I'm kind of behind. Pepe is now down to one person of the original 8. He wrote a whole thing on Twitter. Uh, I did see that as well. It was like a huge statement. All tokens are considered a scam until proven otherwise. I feel like that's messed up. I know it's when you look at it that way, you have to be cautious with every single position. But I think you should assume that they have the best intentions, but then the research that you do is very cautious, right? You're looking to see if it could be scamish. So the thing about it is when you have so many people, like say Pepe, right? It has what, 8 people, the original 8. You have so many people that are a part of it. Eventually, you're going to have people that just say it's not about scamming people. It's about protecting their investment. That's all they care about. They don't care about the next person. They don't care about the person that invested. They don't care about the people that are making decisions next to them. They care about just themselves and their own money. So those are the people that get weeded out in these down markets, and you see that time and time again. And you want to make sure that you that's why people like the devs and everybody that's a part of the team to be doxxed, because if you're doxxed, then we can do research into the people to understand what they have, what projects they've been behind, maybe what their personality is like, if they're going to decide to give up on the community sometime soon. So it's definitely a tricky situation, but a lot of them are tricky situations. But I don't think we need to assume that everything is a scam. We need to be cautious that there are scamish people, and find those people and weed those people out. Because the sooner you can do that, the easier it is to to get over, what type of impact their position has. The community is better off without them. It gives a fresh start. True. Just glad I was lucky enough to get out before this happened. Yeah, I think I had $100 invested, or 130 or something. I think I still have it, which actually I need to move it off of KuCoin. I'm not even gonna lie. I bought the top of Pepe. I hold my bag now to see where it goes. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's always good to understand, when you buy the top, and also say it out loud, because if you buy the peak points of a position, you understand your mistake, and then verbalizing it, you understand it a little bit more, and you're more likely to not make that mistake again. Jasmy blockchain, huge news. I didn't actually see any Jasmy news. I was looking for some. What's next for the very bullish rated Jasmy from the Investors Observer? Jasmy gets a bullish rating from Investor Observer. Monday, the crypto is up 4.4%, up to 34% of a penny, while the broader market is up 0.05%. Over the last 5 days, Jasmy Coin has earned a very bullish rating on Investor Observer. The sentiment score measures the performance of Jasmy over the past 5 days by volume and price movement. The sentiment score provides a quick short-term look at the crypto's recent performance. This can be useful for both short-term investors looking to ride a rally and long-term investors trying to buy the dip price levels. Okay. It's not really okay. Well, even though it's getting a bullish rating, I guess we'll look into that. We'll do this. All right, let's see. You should definitely do a video on Elmo and find out all the things going on. I think you will be pleasantly surprised, as will others. I've seen a lot of what's going on, and it looks like it's great to see the development. It's great to see the movement. It's great to see the burns that are happening. But I also have to be very honest, and I've been honest, saying that I'm not a fan of not having burns on CEXs. And to be told that you will never see a burn tax on a tier 1 exchange is not something I want to hear. And also is not something that's true, because we could have seen a burn on the on a tier 1 exchange, and we already have seen a voluntary burn on a tier 1 exchange, which is Binance deciding to burn their Terra Luna Classic. Now, it wasn't a tax, it was basically the fee that comes from it. So technically it was a tax on a certain level. But it wasn't a true tax overall with everything. But they were open to doing it if we could find a way to get other exchanges to agree to do it. So it's not saying that it will never happen, but to to give up in a way. That's the thing that doesn't really sit well with me. But either way, I still like the things that they are doing. I like the success. I want to show you guys the positives and the negatives. So yeah, we definitely will find the ability to do that. It's just I wanted to do it in more of a bullish market, because right now anything besides, Terra Luna Classic, Jasmy Coin, CRO, Shiba Inu, all of those for me are getting a decent amount of views, and everything else is not really, right? I was getting a decent amount with XRP as XRP was going through what they were going through with being labeled not a security, but it's been kind of falling off. Like I think the last video that I made was like just recently, and it got like 1,000 views, which is not bad, but it's not the level that you can expect from a channel with 200,000 subscribers. So you want to make sure you make the most of the videos that you're putting out, just for the algorithm sake. Matt, what's up, bro? Hope all is well. Yeah, everything is not bad. Pepe was the catalyst that drove me to really dive into DEXs. I hate them, but once it hit a CEX, some of the gain potential seemed to wither away and die. Well, once it hits CEXs, that's where a lot of the volume, and you see the impact of it. And the crazy thing is, you see the DEXs that now you'll see a ton of volume that flows over to CEXs to be able to sell that volume, right? So for people that held Pepe in the beginning, as it hit a $1.6 billion market cap, yes, they were over on CEXs and ready to sell their position, because they made a ton of money from it. So yeah, you start to see the gain potential kind of slip out of your fingers, because it hit a $1.6 billion market cap. Elmo ERC burns a lot of coins even when they canceled the burn tax. I understand that they have, and that's going to be something that happens in the beginning, because right now it's still at a single-digit $1 million market cap. So easy burns could be from the fact that you have a lower price. Also, you have the staking, right? NFT staking. And once you get to a level like that, where you have a certain amount that's going to burn off, and I'm not going to sit here and talk down Elmo ERC. I feel like Elmo ERC is doing a lot of great things. But when we talk about opportunity in the end for burning, right, you need to have different things that you're developing in order to continue those burns, because if you're not seeing the level of volume over on the DEX side, then you're not going to see those burns. So as long as they can keep up that volume, and I think they're establishing a lot of things to be able to do that. So NFTs, NFT staking, the staking overall with their positions, the game that they're developing. So different things that they're doing really on the DEX side that could provide a ton of burning. And I'm not saying that that's not. The only thing that I was not a fan of was the fact that it seemed like they were going to change the game, and they couldn't, right? And I wouldn't say it's entirely their fault as to why they couldn't do it, but there is a little bit where you're like, well, you kind of gave up for MEXC. If you would have continued that route and had more exchanges, that more lower tiered exchanges that are implementing the tax, eventually, people will start to be like, well, what about this? What about this? What about that? Why is Elmo ERC not on your platform? Right? People would have been questioning as to why it's not on Coinbase, why it's not on Binance, why it's not on, sorry, why it's not on KuCoin or any other platform. And that's where the meme coin, like, I don't know, hype really comes, right? You see Pepe that goes on all these different, platforms, and Shibarium that goes on all these different platforms. And eventually it gets to that point. But you start with trying to get on these lower tiered exchanges, especially if you have a team. If you have a team that's setting everything up and getting everything established, the fact that you even had a tax on the exchanges that you had was phenomenal. So I don't know. It's a tricky situation. I am still a fan of Elmo ERC. It's just not the same level that I was at, where I'm like so enthusiastic to say this is going to be a game changer. It's not going to be a game changer, but it will be a project that has hype behind it, that has volume behind it. And I hope for the best as an investor, as a person that has talked about it plenty of times on their channel and currently talking about it now. I want to see nothing but success for everything that they're doing. Fair assessment to do videos for wait. That's a fair assessment to do videos for got me to make your money, man. Wait, to do videos for got to make your money, man. I don't know what you're saying here. I'm not a BitBoy fan at all. He faces